former Georgia District Attorney now formally facing charges for how she handled the investigation surrounding the deadly shooting of Ahmaud Arbery in Brunswick. Jackie Johnson is now charged after allegedly showing favor and affection to Greg McMichael, one of the men accused of murder in Arbery's death.
Georgia's Attorney General announced the indictment today, accusing former prosecutor Jackie Johnson of obstruction and violating her oath of office. There are only 3 pages to this form filed in Glynn County Superior Court and released today. Jackie Johnson was strongly criticized over how she handled the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. The 25-year-old was shot to death while jogging near Brunswick about a year and a half ago.
When I received the news, I was at work. I was very overjoyed because this is a step closer to justice for Ahmaud. It's not a conviction, but an indictment is going in the right direction.
Arbery's family called for justice in the weeks after the killing, and eventually these 3 men were arrested and charged. But the indictment says Johnson, quote, showed favor and affection to Greg McMichael during the investigation. Now, that's what the indictment calls violation of oath. McMichael had previously worked for the Johnsons' office. So in that time, weeks and weeks go by, and you're waiting. Did your family feel like there was a cover-up going on?
His mom felt like something wasn't right. My brother did as well. I just knew something wasn't right with that because they should have been arrested, because if it was someone else, they would have been arrested the same day, and it would have been a court hearing and everything for them. But it always worked out on time, and I just thank God that she has been indicted. I'm waiting for the next steps of conviction.
Gregory and Travis McMichael, a father and son, and their neighbor, William Roddy Bryan Jr., they are all awaiting trial this fall. They chased and killed 25-year-old Arbery last year as he ran in their neighborhood.
William Brody Jr., remember, is the one who leaked the video of Travis. I believe Travis is the son who killed Ahmaud Arbery with a shotgun. Just to let you know that.
Outside coastal Brunswick. Jury selection is scheduled to start October 18th.
But I always say God works in mysterious ways, and he's always on time. And he was on time, because it's right before trial in October. So it's just been a very, very emotional, but a great day for me and the family.
Attorney General Chris Carr says in a statement, our office is committed to ensuring those who are entrusted to serve are carrying out their duties ethically and honestly. While an indictment was returned today, our file is not closed, and we will continue to investigate in order to pursue justice.
Okay. Sad as it is, the fact of the matter is that we still got to wait, we still have to wait to see if there will be justice, because we know how the court system is at times. We truly do. Not trying to be a damper on the situation, but you still got to wait and see. I mean, the McMichaels are getting hell. All right, they're getting the games they tried to pull. They were not being able to get out of it at all. They weren't. Okay, they tried to tell people, people connected to them, to try to lie for them, family members to try to lie for them, and it wasn't working. Okay, let's hope that pressure still keeps up. That's what I gotta say when it comes to that. Savannah, Georgia, former Georgia prosecutor, was indicted Thursday on misconduct charges alleging she used her position to shield the men who chased and killed Ahmaud Arbery from being charged with crimes immediately after the shootings. A grand jury in coastal Glynn County indicted former Brunswick Judicial Circuit District Attorney Jackie Johnson on a felony count of violating her oath of office and hindering a law enforcement officer, a misdemeanor. So it's a misdemeanor. This is what I'm saying. We still got to hold out because she may not be going to prison and still may be able to practice law. The indictment resulted from an investigation Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr requested last year into local prosecutors' handling of Arbery's slaying after a cell phone video of the shooting and a delay in charges sparked a national outcry. While an indictment was returned today, our file is not closed, and we will continue to investigate in order to pursue justice, Carr Republicans said in a statement. Arbery was killed February 23rd, 2020, after a white father and son, Greg and Travis McMichael, armed themselves and pursued a 25-year-old black man in a pickup truck after spotting him running in their neighborhood outside the coastal city of Brunswick, about 70 miles, 112 kilometers south of Savannah. A neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, joined the chase and took cell phone video of Travis McMichael shooting Arbery at close range with a shotgun. McMichaels said they believe Arbery was a burglar and that he was shot after attacking Travis McMichael. You came at him with a shotgun. Plus, you hit him with the car. You hit him with the truck, okay? The autopsy shows damage to the body of blunt force from a vehicle, okay? So he had a right to fight for his life after you hit him with a truck. Police did not charge any of them immediately following the shooting, and the McMichaels and Bryan remained free for more than 2 months, until the cell phone video of the shooting was leaked online, and Governor Brian Kemp asked the Georgia Bureau of Investigation to take over the case. Both McMichaels and Bryan were charged with murder and other crimes in May 2020 and faced trial this fall. Prosecutors say Arbery was merely jogging in their neighborhood and was unarmed when Travis McMichael shot him. They say there is no evidence Arbery had committed a crime. He didn't. Okay. You see the video. It was a construction site. It wasn't a home. Okay. It was a construction site. Even the person who owned the construction site that would be a home said it was a construction site. Okay. So you can't listen to idiots like Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum, who are the bootlicking soldiers of the racists within the Republican Party. Okay. Got to listen to the facts. Okay. Got to read and find the facts. And the facts, Ahmaud Arbery was not jogging with boots. Okay. He was innocent. He jogged. He saw a construction site. He looked in and then is on his way. You see the surveillance camera. You see many people doing the same thing. White, black, Chinese, looking into this construction site that wasn't a home and then leaving. Okay. A lot of you the thing is like, you got to be, happy with these type of situations because you get to see how people really think. And you see a lot of white racists and a lot of bootlicking conservative blacks show their true colors, hoping they can be accepted by their, the racist white counterparts who don't even like them. That's the sad thing with the Republican Party. You have blacks that will not see, open their eyes and see what's going on. All right. And the ones who do see what's going on, they're called names, they're shamed, they're bashed. Okay. Because you dare to look at the facts and the evidence instead of just going along with the team because they treat it like a sports team. Why would blacks want to be a part of the conservative party, the Republican Party? Why? When you glorify things like this, but they were crying and foul when, Ashley Babbitt was murdered. I'm not murdered. Oh, I'm sorry. She wasn't murdered. Forgive me for saying that. She was actually a criminal, joining a bunch of rioters, storming the Capitol, trying to get over a barricade when told to stop. She was actually a criminal. And then they cry foul and say, oh, she was murdered. No, she wasn't. She was trying to get to the people within Capitol Hill to hurt them, along with the other rioters there. She was a criminal. Ahmaud Arbery was a victim. He was murdered. Greg McMichael had worked as an investigator in Johnson's office, having retired in 2019. With that being said, Jackie Johnson should have been denied trying this case. Evidence introduced in pretrial hearings in the murder case shows he called Johnson's cell phone and left her a voice message soon after the shooting occurred. Jackie, this is Greg. He said, according to the recording of the call included in the public case file, could you call me as soon as you possibly can? My son and I have been involved in a shooting. I need some advice right away. Wow. According to a record of Greg McMichael's cell phone calls that day does not show that Johnson called him back. But he had her number. The indictment says Johnson showed favor and affection toward Greg McMichael in the investigation and interfered with police officers at the scene by directing that Travis McMichael should not be placed under arrest. Also to show in that, if you see in that video, the officer was talking with the McMichaels. There was an officer there talking with Travis and Greg McMichael while Ahmaud Arbery bled out. He was dying. Yeah, there's no racism in America. Right. There is no racism in America if you listen to the right. No racism in America, according to the right, if you're white. Johnson did not immediately return a phone message seeking comment Thursday afternoon. She has previously insisted she did nothing wrong, saying she immediately recused herself from the case because Greg McMichael was a former employee. I'm confident that when the truth finally comes out on that, people will understand our office did what it had to do under the circumstances, Johnson told the Associated Press in November after she lost re-election. Good. Lee Merritt, an attorney for Arbery's mother, said in a statement Thursday that the prosecutor must be held accountable when they interfere with the investigations in order to protect friends and law enforcement. Yes. See, this is the things that the black to blue morons need to think about. You need to have accountability within your own, you need to have accountability with the police. Because if you don't, it will, all this mess that's happening will come at your doorstep and nobody will feel sorry for you. But unfortunately, they don't think about that. They don't. Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, posted her reaction on Facebook. Former DA Jackie Johnson indicted. Justice for my baby. In his call for an investigation into the prosecutorial misconduct, Carr asked the GBI not only to investigate Johnson's actions related to the killing, but also those of Waycross Judicial Circuit District Attorney George Barnhill. No charges have been announced against Barnhill. After the shooting, Johnson called Barnhill to handle questions from police about how to handle the shooting. Carr ended up appointing Barnhill to take over on February 27, 4 days after the shooting. In his letter ordering an investigation last May, Carr said he was never told that Barnhill has already advised people that he did not see grounds for an arrest of any of the individuals involved in Arbery's death. Wow. Barnhill later recused himself as well after Arbery's family learned his son worked for Johnson as an assistant prosecutor. But before he stepped aside, Barnhill wrote a letter to Glynn County Police captain saying McMichaels were following in hot pursuit a burglary suspect with solid first-hand probable cause in their neighborhood and telling him to stop. It appears their intent was to stop and hold this criminal suspect until law enforcement arrived. They're not law enforcement. Under Georgia law, this is perfectly legal, Barnhill advised in the letter, referencing Georgia's Civil War era citizen arrest statute. That law was repealed in May 2021 with overwhelming support from Republicans and Democrats as a reaction to Arbery's death. Johnson told the AP in May 2020 that Glenn County Police contacted 2 of her assistant prosecutors on the day of the shooting. She said it was the officers who represented it as a burglary case with a self-defense. Our office could not advise or assist them because of our obvious conflict, Johnson said. Johnson blamed the controversy over Arbery's death for her election defeat last year after a decade as top prosecutor for the 5-county circuit in southeast Georgia. She was defeated by independent candidate Keith Higgins, who had to collect thousands of signatures to get on the ballot. Yeah. It's sad. It really is. But I'm glad these people are getting exposed. I really am. I'm glad, because this has to stop. The gross negligence and the amount of leeway these 3 scumbags got is appalling. For 2 months, okay, that video was withheld, showing the truth of what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. And as more and more information comes out, Ahmaud Arbery was innocent. But racism was covering up what really happened to him. And a lot of people, like I said, this is a good thing sometimes this happens, because you get to see people's true colors. And you know what's scary? With our economy crashing and things going down the tubes, you're going to see a lot of these people who are racist show their true colors, especially in the South. Black people better, protect yourselves. Protect yourselves. You got to protect yourselves from the scumbags within your own ethnic group and the scumbags who want to be racist and want to have the right to kill you, possibly even own you, as they did back in slavery. I'm on Podbean. I'm on Anchor, Hard Talk Radio, Instagram, Red Pill Man, Facebook page, Red Pill Man page 2. All right. That's about it. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later.